Greetings, everyone. So, last week I did a video for the Smart Hunter deck. It's very aggressive. Okay, let's put it this way. It's Cancer Rogue, but Hunter. Alright? The deck has some great synergies to the point where people are complaining that it's too OP. And they're calling for bans and nerfs and this, that, and the other. Alright. Every card game has synergies. It's just the way it is. Alright? Certain cards interact really good with each other. Case example, Catch Auctioneer. Half of rogue spells. There's just good synergy no matter how you look at it. Alright? So, in this case, the problem is with Death Rattle cards. Specifically, Undertaker, Mad Scientist. Undertaker is by far the strongest card, in my personal opinion, that came out of Naxxramas. It's low cost, plus the fact that there's already a plethora of Death Rattle in the game already, makes it really easy for it to spiral out of control. Mad Scientist works really great in 3 decks. Those 3 decks would be, obviously, Hunter, Mage, and Paladin. So, let's get to this. Everybody's complaining that this deck is, very much unbeatable with certain decks, this, that, and the other. And yeah, in your current build, most likely you're not going to be able to beat them, or you're going to have to play it differently than you're used to. Sorry, that's just kind of the way it is. Alright? You have to adapt, no matter what. If something is becoming so strong in the meta, that's becoming all the meta is, then you adapt to counter that. That's kind of how the meta works. Okay, so Undertaker, turn 1 play. Works really great in combination with Leper Gnomes and other low drop Death Rattle minions. So, what do? Arcane Shot it, Smite it, Lightning Bolt it, Soulfire. Yeah, I know you hate hearing that, but trust me, you'll thank me later. Soulfire it. And I know I'm missing one here, and it'll probably come to me later. But yeah, you have options. You could also silence it. Hi, Earthshock. Hi, Ironbeak Owl. So you have ways of dealing with it and negating its effect, even if it comes out on the coin. So you have ways of dealing with that. Hell, even warriors go, oh, that's cute. I have a fiery war axe. Have a nice day. Alright? Easy to deal with. But you have to deal with it early. You could probably let this sit for 1 turn. But anything after that, you really are just asking to be raped. Because this will get out of hand, and you'll eventually not be able to handle it. Okay? You can delay it. That's fine. Whatever. You can use taunts, but it's just going to chew through the taunts and eventually die out. And then it made great tempo trade. But where it really gets scary is this is a face rush. It's a very aggressive deck, so they're always going to want to go to your face with it. So take this guy out quickly, and you neutralize a really huge part of their early game. Now, the next problem, Mr. Mad Scientist. Because secrets are a hunter's best friend, because we have the Eagle Horn Bow. So, right, Mad Scientist, people hate, especially in combination with Undertaker. Yet they seem to hate it more in Hunter than they do in Paladin or Mage. Don't know about all that, considering, but this is also another really simple card to deal with. Now, killing it outright never is going to be advantageous to you, and here's why. If I put this out turn 2, and you kill it turn 2, I get a secret up. That means I'm going to be able to play my Eagle Horn Bow and already have a backup charge ready to go. This means my turn 4 play is completely open. That means I could do some really cool stuff, like I could go Snake Trap to Mr. Knife Juggler, which I'm going to get into that little synergy here and how to deny that all day long. Alright, so don't kill it outright if you don't have to. Alright, that's a great way of keeping me from attacking again with my bow. The bow equals up to a great amount of damage in this game. Alright, just between the 2 bows together plus all the secrets, there is a possibility of 3 times 8. Yes, for 24 total damage. That's a huge amount of damage. Now, the likelihood is you're not going to get that much. you'll probably end up getting like 12 to 15 with it. Pretty nicely. And this isn't including hero power. Throwing the hero power completely devastates a lot of things. But on average, a good hunter player can get, 12 to 15 damage with it pretty consistently. So you're going to want to try to deny the secrets coming up. Now, the Eaglehorn Bow is a really simple way, or is a really simple thing to deal with. And the problem is nobody's teching the things needed to deal with it. Harrison Jones. Really great card. Get a card draw off of it. Denies. Yeah, it's fun. The other one, Acidic Swamp Ooze and the Craptacular Rare Pirate. Yeah. Okay, so there's ways of dealing with it. But people don't want to adapt their decks. And at that point, I really just say, well, sucks to be you. All right? If you're unwilling to adapt to what meta changes are and how it's shifting, then really you have only yourself to blame. Okay? So you neutralize the Eaglehorn Bow, and you take out the Undertaker. That's a huge amount of their early mid game completely locked out. This means that they're going to have to try to make up for it. The best way they could do this is basically put out a bunch of low drop minions in their mid game to kind of make up for this, and then try to rush everything they can to you in a vain attempt that they can get you low enough to where they can pull off some interesting combos using, like, say, Unleash the Hounds and kill commands, or just a web spinner and double kill command, or whatnot, okay? This is where you act, all right? If you've got board wipe potential, Lightning Storm, Equality plus Wild Pyromancer, Equality plus Consecration, or any kind of AoE that's pumpable, of Flame Strike works too, okay? You wipe their board at that point, and they have like almost no cards in their hand. The chance of them recovering to go into being able to beat you is very slim. It's possible. It's very possible, okay? Don't think that it's not possible. But they're going to get some huge advantage on you. Priest, you guys know what to do on this. You've got 1,001 different ways of totally screwing with this deck. I've seen you do it consistently, so keep on rocking on. So yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of this. Any class can actually beat this deck. Handlocks you will suffer because your primary power versus what hunters actually do puts you at a greater negative, so be careful. And the same goes with Zoo as well. They can easily overwhelm you. But there's ways of dealing with this. Defender of Argus is a great one, as a matter of fact, for dealing with this. You get a couple low drop minions, like let's say you play a Haunted Creeper out, and you use it to kill something that breaks up into two. Your next play is playing a Defender of Argus. Guess what? You now have a wall that's going to stop their aggression through it, so they're going to have to trade, which is not favorable for this deck in any way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. Alright? You can adapt to defeat this deck very simply, people. Silences, again, I said this when they showed us all the Death Rattle cards, would be golden. And this is proof positive that you really need to start looking at keeping at least one silence in your deck. Alright, so again, that's how you defeat this deck. It's really not that hard. I've been playing it to rank 8, and I've seen every way, shape, or possible that this deck can get its living crap knocked out of it. Alright? People are adapting. So stop the crying, stop the complaining. You'll get it, man. It's not that hard. So yeah, that's this little episode here. It's a little mini episode. I'd like to thank everybody for the support I'm getting on my Patreon campaign. Thank you very much. I've gotten a lot of great messages from you guys, as well as some support. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I've been getting a lot of messages asking for help, this, that, and the other. Thank you very much for that. If you need advice or help, you can contact me via Twitter on Hearthpwn, or you can send me a direct email, theshiv@outlook.com. That's fine. I will do my damnedest to get back to you as soon as possible. Sometimes it's not always applicable, people, alright? Give me a break. But I will try my damnedest, alright? So, anyway, we got Deck Talk coming on Friday. So, thank you, everyone. I will see you Friday.